Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I'm going to act like Bill Prummell. I normally don't respond to people telling the truth about my corruption in the paper, but, that is what happened today, and he's actually responding to the Charlotte Sun talking about torture in the jail. And what's funny is, I'm going to add a picture to this later, is that they had it front page news, and right next to it was the ad to re-elect Sheriff Bill Prummell. You know, who cares if he's freaking so corrupt, it's not even funny. 5 people died in the jail. Now we got a news story, a guy was tortured in jail. They made him eat his own crap. And the countless other stuff you guys have heard of. You know, 2,000 attorney and clients recorded there. They don't care. Didn't contact any of those people. 2 different sheriffs fired for corruption. They're not in jail or charged. And all the people that they ticketed and arrested have not been told that they can get their charges dropped, just like the attorney and clients. They have not been told that they can get their charges dropped because that's so against the law to be recorded. It's not even funny. So I thought I would read this article, but yeah, this is on the Charlotte County Facebook page, and this is funny. There's the Nazi prick right there. He's not fighting for freedom, sheeple. He's fighting for tyranny, man, period. But here he goes. If I start to cry, it's because he's crying. The following statement is in response to a story appearing today in edition of Charlotte and Inglewood Sun. I don't usually respond to articles in the Sun, but when I'm getting reelected and my job pays $130,000 a year plus benefits and retirement, and I'm the king, I just found out from another investigator who's investigating them right now. I've been threatened on the LeoAffairs.com forum for the Charlotte County Sheriffs. I have a threat there, and we now have, I did not know that, some of the COPWATCH people here in Florida have an investigator, so they're going to be investigated for the threat. So it never ends with this freaking corrupt piece of crap. So anyways, because it was so erroneous that they were too impatient to wait for the completed investigation, what he means is they should have waited until after the election. Yeah, I felt the need to set its record straight. First of all, no one was ever tortured. Most of what was alleged did not happen. Michael Burnett looked on as an inmate ate his own feces, laughed at it, and failed to report it. The behavior exhibited by Michael Burnett in this case was disgusting, unforgivable, and he has been fired. So what that means is fired might be transferred to something else here in Charlotte County, or just get another job at another cop shop or another jail somewhere in Florida. That's what that means. When this was brought to our attention, we immediately initiated an investigation and took action. There are laws that must be followed when an administrative investigation is open and conducted. As the Sun also stated yesterday morning, in their view, we should exercise patience and respectful process. I hold all employees who live and work by your core values. Core values of what? Frickin' tyranny and corruption? Are you serious? That's your core value, you frickin' dick. Anyways, and if they cannot do that, they will not work for Charlotte County. That's a lie. You still have a ton of corrupt people there, man. I have shown through my actions over 3.5 years that I am the most corrupt ever. Oh, I'm sorry, I added that. If any press would like to sit down and talk with me, I have 35 million views on my YouTube channel. I consider myself press. If I could be there, I have a job. Look at this. It's at Monday 9 a.m., so he makes sure that people like us, I can't be there. Would like to sit down at HQ and I'll tell you more lies. I mean, stories. What do you call it now? It's BS. Be strong, be safe, and never quit the police state. Oh, I'm sorry, I added that again. Sheriff William Prummell, Charlotte County Sheriff, blah, blah, blah. So there's your office, there's your fax. Oh, please fax. A lot of nice, fun stuff there. And then, of course, you have a ton of bootlickers. And these are probably all sheriffs and or people that work for the jail. Charlotte County is the biggest employer in Charlotte County, so you have so many bootlickers, it's not even funny. But one of the good ones here is this guy knows that it's corrupt, and he's making a comment. Jim Milo is an ex-sheriff. He's running for Charlotte County Sheriff, and he nails them. I read the article, and you were interviewed. A quote in this article, now it seems today you wish you said something different. We call that political backpedaling. This is a leadership problem in the sheriff's office, and it is indicated by the performance. My support goes to the deputies that continue to do their jobs, all among the negativity that surrounds you, sheriff. Then you get a bootlicker. You're mean to him. Damn it. Yeah, Tanya, whatever. Well, anyways, Tell that to the families of 5 inmates that lost their life in jail. See, this is where we do agree. Me and this guy agree on this, but he failed my test when they were in a debate. Not a debate. It was when all the people show up, you get to ask questions. And I asked him about Charlotte County Sheriff, and he failed that question. He said, I don't mind it, but everything has to pass through me first. That is really un-American, messed up. So anyways, I thought I would share this article with you. This is freaking awesome, great. This guy needs to be put in jail. There's so much. You know another reason why he wants to stay in office? Because if he's out of office, we finally really get to investigate him. And I hope to put him in jail and prison for his corruption. What do you think?
Allegations of torture in jail surface. By Carlos Galarza VEVE. Staff writer. Punta Gorda, the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office may be facing litigation stemming from the alleged torture of an inmate at the county jail. The allegedly abused inmate, 57-year-old Mark Allen Kopaszczynski, told friends he was forced to eat his feces, stripped naked and kept in a cold cell, and not given water other than what he could drink out of the toilet. Kopaszczynski was adjudicated guilty on drug charges in Charlotte County on July 22, 2013, and sentenced to 15 years in state prison. Upon seeking post-conviction relief to challenge his sentence, Kopaszczynski was returned to the Charlotte County Jail in June. The inmate's friends, Joel and Patricia Boyd, who live in DeSoto County, traveled every week to visit Kopaszczynski at the jail. That is when the Boyds became concerned for their friend's welfare at the jail, they told The Sun. They heard of the horrific accounts of the allegations of torture in jail surface. From page 1. Treatment their friend was enduring in jail. Heightening the Boyds' concerns was that they could never see their friend on video screens as other visitors were able to do. We observed all other visitors viewing their inmate on a screen while talking through telephone, Patricia Boyd told The Sun. Mark was not displayed on the screen. While trying to understand what Kopaszczynski was telling them on the phone, the Boyds said they could hear the corrections deputies in the background screaming and yelling at Kopaszczynski. The sheriff's office launched an administrative inquiry and internal affairs investigation into the allegations. Sheriff's officials told The Sun that the internal affairs investigation would be completed Friday and released early next week. The investigation targets Corrections Deputy Michael Burnett. Sheriff Bill Prummell, who is on the ballot in a Republican primary battle Tuesday, issued a terse statement related to the investigation. "I'm deeply disappointed and disgusted in this behavior," Prummell said. "If members of the sheriff's office cannot live and work by our core values, they won't be working here." Circuit Judge Donald H. Mason issued an order signed July 12 to have Kopaszczynski taken out of jail and placed in the custody of the Department of Children and Families based on reports from 2 experts who told the court the defendant is incompetent to proceed because of his mental illness. Almost 2 weeks later, Kopaszczynski's attorney, Mary Fitzgibbons of Orlando, wrote a letter dated July 22 to the Farr law firm in Punta Gorda, which represents the CSO on miscellaneous legal matters, including issues dealing with public records requests. The attorney wrote that her client is contemplating a civil claim for personal injury, battery, etc., regarding incidents that have occurred from the outset of his recent stay at Charlotte County Jail. Citing case law, Fitzgibbons told the Farr firm that the sheriff's office has a responsibility to preserve evidence that she's been requesting for some time now. Fitzgibbons said evidence exists necessary for her client's contemplated litigation, and added that its destruction or failure to preserve it could hurt her client's claims. Specifically, Fitzgibbons called for all data and information to be protected and preserved, including electronically stored information, emails and recorded conversations. The attorney particularly stressed that the sheriff's office not destroy any audio or video recordings. During a high-profile incident at the jail a year ago that led to the death of inmate Greg Ireland, video cameras that could have shed light on what happened failed to operate, or the quality of the video was poor. Ireland's death was investigated internally by the Sheriff's Office and reviewed by the State Attorney's Office. Its findings clearing jail personnel of any wrongdoing was released in June. Friday marked the anniversary of Ireland's death. Email, galars@sun-herald.com. Copyright C. 2016 Suncoast Media Group, edition August 27, 2016. Powered by Technavia. Pin/unpin, toggle to graphic display. Hold for 2 seconds to lock graphic mode. Major incidents in recent years at the county jail. Major incidents in recent years at the county jail. June 23, 2016, inmate Billy Ray Wilson jumps off second-tier pod, sustains minor injuries. June 3, 2016, inmate David Shakalos jumps off second-tier pod, is critically injured and dies June 10. August 26, 2015, inmate Greg Ireland is injured and dies shortly after a violent encounter with detention officers. August 1, 2014, inmate Bobby Joe Keane apparently dies from medical issues, according to officials. June 9, 2013, inmate Thomas Andreessen dies after he's pepper sprayed and strapped in a restraint chair for 6 hours. May 29, 2013, inmate Victor Akers fatally dives headfirst from second-tier pod. Copyright C. 2016 Suncoast Media Group, edition August 27, 2016. Powered by Technavia. Major incidents in recent years at the county jail. Major incidents in recent years at the county jail. June 23, 2016, inmate Billy Ray Wilson